Light and Love Collective, how's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's doing good. It's evening, 9:20. Dang, time just went somehow. There was something that I was going to tell y'all. I make all these little mental notes all the time. Oh, make sure I talk to the collective about that. And sometimes, most of the time, I jot little notes to make me remember, but it's like right on the tip of my tongue, and I can't pinpoint it. Anyway, let's get on with the show. Find out what's up. Look at on the bottom of the deck. Seven of Swords. Queen of Cups. Damn. Come on, man. Remember. It's like right there. I cannot. Something about a song. I hate that. It'll come to me. Alright, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, archangels. Thank you. Alright, thank you, collective. Thank you. I love y'all. Okay, let's find out what's going on. We got 9:22 and it said 1:22 at the same time. Damn, man. It's like I can feel it like merging that thought that I had that I was going to talk to y'all about. I don't know. We're just going to take what resonates today. This looks like something for a water sign, okay? There's some kind of betrayal for a water sign. Could be the water sign or it could be... It's for a water sign, the Moon card. And then it goes to the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Cups. 2 water signs. There could have been some kind of type. Sorry, y'all. I was eating a lemon head, a lemon drop. I dropped it on the ground. Woo-wee. I'll take what resonates. You could have had some type of friendship with another water sign, like another Cancer or another like equal water sign. Looks like there was some type of betrayal done to this Queen of Cups. Something started moving quickly and some kind of change started moving quickly. The illusion started becoming uncovered because somebody was wearing a mask about how they feel. See, ooh, that just triggered the crap out of me. Oh my God, because something was... What was I doing? What was I doing? Something triggered the crap out of me about that. I'm tired of their... Something about I'm tired of their job, something. But that ain't what... Okay, it was almost like I was hearing some type of conversation. Like, somebody was having like a conversation to their self. And it's triggering me real bad, y'all. I can't remember for some reason. It was like I was hearing somebody having like a conversation, talking to their self, and da-da-da-da-da. And how they was going to do this and do that, and how they was going to tell that person, and how, you know, just I could hear it, but there was something that triggered it, stood out, and I was trying to remember, but I was like, I was texting my daughter because she was on her way. Baby was in the tub, so I was back in there, and then it was like I was hearing some type of conversation. Somebody having a conversation with herself. What's that about? Just come out sideways. Okay, listen up, writers, instant or reverse. I'm going to land on sideways. Upright or reverse? Upright. It says shadow self, attachment, addiction, temptation, destructive behavior. Somebody maybe got in like a fight. I hear that. Like someone got in a fight and acted impulsively. Did something that it's like they can't take back or turn back from. Okay, they made some kind of unfair decision. Okay, I'm telling you. It says materialism, codependency, and toxicity. Death. Capricorn, Scorpio. What, they team up? Two major arcana, this big secret. Looks like the Scorpio seeing something from a higher perspective. But the Capricorn's got, like, ego. Like, trying to control something they can't control. These are two definite, the energy is definitely telling me that it's Capricorn and Scorpio. Like there's no kind of doubt that it's like this is a team. Let's find out. Y'all take where it resonates, okay? Make sure you hit the like button when you come in and hit that bell notification, okay? And stay golden, okay? 555. Big changes are coming. Okay, why is there all of a sudden a glare on here when there ain't normally one? Alright, that'll be good. Alright, tell me, is this, clarify what this is talking about. Is this a team? Is this a team or these enemies or what? This person looks like an undercover. Because they're carrying some kind of badge of justice or something. They're talking to God. They're talking to a priest. Death card's talking to a priest. The Hermit. Oh, that clarifies, that clears everything up. The Virgo. Okay, so we got a definite Capricorn, Scorpio, and Virgo standing out here. Definite. Okay. What connects this? What connects these? Are these options? Hold on, let me ask Pendulum, y'all. Because they're making me see the sign more than the card. You understand what I'm saying? It says 33 right there. 70733. Okay. Are you telling me that these three are options? Whoa, you see that thing flinging around? Are you telling me that these three are options? Do you see it? What it's doing? Stop. It's two of these options out of the three. Two options. Are you leaning towards a specific one? Are you leaning towards the devil? No comment. Are you leaning towards death? That's a possibility. Are you leaning towards the Hermit? The Hermit, the Virgo. Soul searching, introspection, contemplation, wisdom, truth seeking, independence, being alone, inner guidance, meditation, and consciousness. Okay, that's what that's representing. Is that representing collective? Is this Hermit representing collective? Make it clear. Yes. So that's you. Shining a light in the darkness. But you're cloaked. Like it's almost like someone's trying to keep you cloaked. Okay? Are these the devil and the death card. Are they related? Is that Capricorn and Scorpio related? Sort of? Okay, it's like saying sort of. Okay, have they teamed up? Has this Capricorn and Scorpio teamed up? Like, paired up? Okay, yes. Okay, stop. So why is this death card looking at this Hermit, and this Hermit is looking at this death card like the death card is at fault? Is this Hermit looking at the death card like it's at fault? No. Stop. Is this death card been directed at this Hermit like the Hermit is at fault? No. Is this death card a fan of this Hermit? The Scorpio's a fan of this Hermit? Stop. Is this devil a fan of this Hermit? No. This devil is envious of this hermit. The devil's envious of the hermit. Okay? So these two paired up. For some reason, this death card would have never even noticed you if it hadn't been for this devil card. You get what I'm saying? This person is a fan and you showed them some kind of light in the distance. They never even would have noticed you. They would have never even noticed. This devil has brought the spotlight to you somehow. And made this Capricorn pointed you out to somebody and made this Scorpio notice you. And now this Scorpio that was a hitman that was sent from the devil to kill you is in love with you. And you shine some kind of light alone. You do something all alone on your journey. You listen to your inner guidance. What's Virgo got to do with it? If that's representing collective. 9/11, that keeps coming out. 9/11, my mom's birthday. Another coincidence, my first husband and my grandma was August 25th. That's a Virgo 2. Okay, so what are you trying to tell me? Why are you pointing that out? Two same. Something is the same. And something was trying to be. Okay. When I say same, these look alike. They're like look-alikes. And this one is trying to be a look-alike to this, but they're not. You see the symbol and the symbolism? See how that's trying to look like that? And you see how, whoops, she's in the wrong place. You see how that one looks very, very similar to that one. They're the same but different. Death and the Hermit. These two energies are the same but different. And this Capricorn is not like them. There's something extraordinary. This is faith on this hermit. This hermit's faith is extraordinary. That's the fish. I mean, I know that that's on a Virgo, but these are what I'm seeing. Okay, y'all take what resonates because I'm being guided through to look at this like that. You carry wisdom, seek independence. Something about being alone. Let me read it. Don't ignore your inner voice to hear yourself. You may need to unplug and step away for the time from the chaos. Be sure to take time to be alone, to do some soul searching, and your answers are within. Hard as hell to read them little tiny letters. But I did it. Okay. So this Capricorn was feeling trapped, okay? Feeling trapped. Perhaps there's a lack of fulfillment in their life. Maybe you're slave to maybe you're a slave to the allure of materialism or substance. And it's rendering you powerless. So this person's envious of your power. And they directed this death card to you, towards you. Bottom of the deck. Look at this, and them two are standing right there in it. What? They was working together. I got you. That's clarifying them two. They paired up to work against you, against your work. You hear me? The death card's regretting it. Walked away. There's that symbolism again. That Scorpio walked away. They paired up for some type of work against your work. They was doing something against your work. Your work is about God. I can't make it up. Your faith. Expressing your faith, okay? And this death card, the Scorpio, elevated by watching you. They're a fan, but they was sent after you. They was sent after you to stop you doing this work. But they're a fan. They become a fan. You change their fate. I swear it on everything. Tell me, did collective change this Scorpio's fate? Ooh, in the reverse, what is it? It says self-care, unpaid debt, one-sided charity, greed strings attached, power and domination, theft and unfairness. He realized that somebody was working against you. Something belongs to you. This Capricorn was envious and trying to take something through this person. This person was sent in. And you helped them discover their true path. Why is the Six of Pentacles clarifying in reverse? Clarify the Six of Pentacles. Greed. It says the Hangman in reverse. Delays, lack of control, fear of sacrifice, resistance, stalling. Why are they stalling? Why have they held back to giving this to collective? Because they left. They went somewhere to collect something to give to you. You see they both wearing that red jacket. This person left and went somewhere. And something was delayed. They couldn't give you something at the time. So they surrendered something. They're surrendering to some type of having faith. Man, everything in me telling me that this Scorpio is going to take everything that this devil has and give it to this hermit. Something was delayed. It says creative opportunity, news, messages, information, curiosity, happy surprise. Because the universe wants to surprise you. It's Empress. Think how it resonates, y'all. King of Wands is who's going to do it. He's working on a plan. Because they're going to raid this group of people. And he's going to take y'all. I'm telling you, he's going to take their power. That group of people's witchcraft. He's going to expose it, everything. He's been divinely guided. He put his faith in God to uncover all of this. And he was directed straight to you because they wanted to put you to a stop. He was directed straight to the key that was giving him all the answers. Something's being revealed. It's full circle. Something's coming clean to you. It's yours. You're a dream come true, or your dreams are coming true. That's badass, y'all. It says they want to give you some kind of choice, and they want you to think it over about moving in with them and getting married after you get this. They want to give you a choice. Look. I'm telling you, he's going to leave it in fate's hands. But he wants to go do some type of work with you, some kind of new work with you because of your talents. Even if you don't accept his marriage proposal. Look, that's a decision up to you, y'all. That landed sideways. Is collectively going to accept this marriage proposal. It landed on its face. It says negative self-talk, releasing pain, forgiveness, optimism, transition, recovery, and moving on. You're going to accept the gift. You're going to move the fuck on and meet somebody new. You're going to accept this. This is yours. You're going to have complete balance. Total balance. And then things are going to start moving really quickly and you're going to meet a new love. And that person you're going to meet, you're going to love them. I'm talking about it's going to feel like home. Both of y'all going to rise up together. Both of the ones are going to make a bigger one. Your new love, which is this guy. This is something old. Looks like this guy's going to be your new love. This guy's got to give you something back. Because they took something trying to stop your work. But they know each other because this guy hired this guy. Not knowing that this guy's undercover. Not knowing that they underestimated the shit out of you. But you're like a wizard, like a whiz. Something about your IQ. Not only are you gifted, okay? Not only are you gifted, you're very intelligent. Okay? You're extremely intelligent. Okay? And it says something about you're going to get full recovery. You just have to have faith in yourself and in God. You're getting full recovery, collective. Plus, you're going to get some kind of, look, it says a personal celebration. It says inner harmony, conflict with others. It says lack of support, breakdown in communication, home conflict, and transient, okay? It says that you're going to get a personal transit. You're going to go the fuck, you're going to take your gifts. You're going to take all your gifts, the spiritual ones and your earthly ones. And you're going to leave. And go work with this person. Somebody's going to try to come in and marry you that ain't supposed to be. But this other person, you're going to want to marry them. Let's find out if that's the truth. I'm telling y'all, this other person is going to feel like home immediately. You already going to feel like you already married them. Before you even think, like, I don't know, it's going to make you feel your head spin. Like that, I swear it is, okay? But that other one has to give you something for all of the damage and the harm and the conspiring and all of that shit. I'm telling you. And then you're going to leave, and what looks like that other guy's going to follow you. Okay? I said the devil in reverse just now when I cut the cards. Page of coins in the upright. Playfulness. You'll feel like a kid again with this new love. I'm telling you, man. Can you tell me any kind of way how long till this happens? How long? 8 Pentacles. We got 7 Swords in reverse and the Moon. That was delayed. Something is coming clean. Confessions. And 7 Swords is days, right? Let me find out. Let me get my book. Lord mercy on it. Alright, give me my book. Oh my God, I'm throwing these things away right here. Just get them out of here. I don't want them in here. move them out the way. Where is my book? Well, I just shoved all these fucking card decks down in this new bag, and now everything's shoved down in there. I can't. Hold on, I don't think it's in there. I believe swords are weak, and pentacles is like somebody's been working on something for 8 months, 8 years. That's why I need to look at that stupid book. Where's the dang book at? Okay, is it under here? Let me look under here, y'all, because I got to pick up these books anyway. These cards. What is that leaning forward like that? Got wheels on it. That's ridiculous. Okay. Film's got to go. I don't even use incense. They're trying to give me incense all the time. I think anyway, I mean, there ain't nothing. I ain't really saying against or nothing. I'm just telling y'all I don't use them. I did use them at one time till I found out what they are. So I don't use them unless I have specific intent to give all the glory to God with an incense, or don't use them. Where in the crap is that guidebook that tells me the weeks and the months and the years? Okay, I can't find it. Blah. I don't know, but I found this. I picked it up for some reason or the other. Okay, stay with me, it says. That's why I picked it up, apparently. It was laying on there like that, and I thought it was my blue book, because it was underneath this other book. It wasn't my blue book. That has... Where is it? I've been looking for it for a little while, y'all, for real, though. And I can't... Oh, wait, no, that's not it. That's the Queen Bee. Oh, is that it? Ha ha ha! Ha 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 ha! Okay, you found it, y'all. So, we got how long till we might hear something, and until something is, some kind of confession is made. Because it says coming clean, it says confessions, regret, rethinking approach, truth revealed, self-deceit, turning over a new leaf, malicious, getting caught. Somebody was working at something, they want to confess at something. It says release of fear. Misinterpretation. So the moon card doesn't really, this could mean a whole full moon cycle. I mean, the moon card out here in reverse. So we got 8 pentacles. Pentacles is years. Somebody's been working on a case for 8 years. I said, when are you gonna hear something? Somebody's been working on a case for 8 years, 8 pentacles. And I said, when are you gonna hear something? It says 7 swords. In 7 weeks. Thanksgiving. They're coming home for Thanksgiving. Something like that. Maybe they're coming home for Christmas. You know what? That's what I was saying earlier. In them letters, when I looked over the last, reading I did in the cards, and it said between trick or treat. Actually, it said between trick or tree. It didn't say treat because there wasn't an A. It said between trick or tree. Go look at those, that last reading I did, and look in the pinned comments. And there's quite a few I have on there. It says something about go on a cruise, or it didn't say go. It said something about cruise. But go on there and look, okay? Go on that last reading I did it. Then look at the comment section. I have pinned, where I rewatch. I watch my videos to make sure, see what it's, it gives me insight every time I watch them. Like I can give the reading, and then I can watch my own self, and I receive, I receive help myself. Thank you, Jesus, by listening to them, and I do, and I'll find stuff, and I'll be like, golly, what? I mean, it'd be like, what? That's trippy. Anyway. So, we got 7 weeks. What's today? 12th? The 12th? I think it's the 12th. Somebody's been working on something for 8 years. Then they're going to come to you in 7 weeks and come clean. About this there's something was an illusion, that it's being surfaced. See, it says release of fear, repressing emotions, though, inner confusion, misinterpretation, darkness, and insecurities. It's taken them 7 weeks to recover. Something's been closed out about this job. It's taken them 8 years to close out this case. This person working 8 years, look at that. They had to take some type of time off and recover. But they built back their strength, and they're ready to bring forth all this evidence. I swear it, y'all. The King of Cups. It says 5 of Wands, 4 of Swords right here. What's behind 4 of Swords? Wheel of Fortune. Have faith. This one's in my hand. It's your choice. It's your decision, collective. Take what resonates. It's going to be up to you. I'm telling you what you're going to do, though. I'm already telling you what you're going to do. It's not 7 days, darling. It's 7 weeks for sure. So, y'all, take that as it resonates, okay? Because the wands are days. The wands are days. I told y'all, but it may not be for everybody, okay? This decision. Remember at the beginning of this reading, I told y'all I had something that was kept surfacing, and I couldn't remember, and I kept thinking, well, it'll come up, it'll come up. It's something like, okay, there was an issue with. Okay, there was a person that you met that they wasn't undercover cop. They displayed like cop type. It's hard to explain because you're a psychic or you're intuitive, you're empathic too, okay? But they displayed like you kept picking up on a cop. You kept picking up on a cop. He's a cop. But he done all kinds of fuck shit. You knew. You was like, well, I don't know. It might not be a cop, but wouldn't a bad cop do that? I mean, so he was a bad cop. He was a bad undercover cop. Okay, at one point he was a bad cop. He got into some type of trouble because of some kind of case, and he pistol whipped the fucking the bad criminal with a gun, and took his shit. He took all the dude's money and shit. Right? God dang. Look, it's been, dang, you've known him for maybe 7 of those 8 years. But y'all haven't talked or nothing. You only knew him for like maybe a year, maybe 6 months or so. It was very brief, but there was a high connection, a super high connection. And during this 7 year, 8 year length timeline, they contacted you like 2 or 3 times. And then as soon as they contacted you, you went on your, how you do, your truth fucking seeking. Motherfucker, why don't you just tell me? And they're going, okay, they hit you up and they say, when you gonna come see me? I'm at such and such down here in Florida, okay? And you say, what you talking about? I ain't got no fucking car. You and your friends stole my car. And they say, I didn't do that. I say, well, you know something about it. Won't you just tell me? Won't you just tell me? And then they ghosted again. Anyway, that resonates with y'all. We're going to leave it there. We're just going to leave it hanging because y'all know the rest of the story. You started getting fucking attacked like a motherfucker because of the son of a bitch that was trying to fucking steal your car and take your shit was after you. Because they got into some kind of fuck shit trouble because you were supposed to die and you didn't die. You're still alive, baby. Believe. 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 You're still alive. Somebody's footprint. Because you know I've done changed shirts 4 times today. You know, I was looking at that tank top one and it was irritating me for some reason because it comes down too far right here. It just feels too far. I feel like this is too far apart. So then I put that other shirt on underneath it with the long sleeves that's short like that underneath it. Now it's like, no, this just don't feel right. This don't feel right. I done changed my shirt 4 times a day to lead to this video because I just put this shirt on right before I gave baby a bath. And I was like, I was checking it out because the orange was catching my eye. And I was like, wait a minute. There's a footprint. Someone in the shadows of a footprint. You see this? Believe. Coincidence? If you believe in them, who knows? Hell, look, I just noticed this, but I don't think about it. I just noticed it, though. I smoke Crowns. What? Some kind of emergency's coming up. It's going to confuse everybody. Going to confuse the shit out of everybody. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, I appreciate that. Alright, so let's go. Man, this is pretty exciting what's happening. Do y'all feel it? I mean, it's like a any minute, like somebody could knock on the door. I swear it feels like that. I don't know why. But like you don't expect nobody to, because nobody does ever. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not sitting here waiting on somebody to knock on the door or nothing, okay? You don't expect it because nobody ever knocks on your door. They don't. Nobody ever knocks on your door. The only thing they do is they sneak around your fucking car and shit at night trying to fuck with your car and fuck with your shit and shit like that. They don't knock on your door, though. You know what I'm saying? What do you mean, house looks fine? What is it? Was there something wrong with the house? What you talking about? But this person's gonna knock. It's like somebody's gonna knock on your door. No, this person ain't gonna call you. They might send you some kind of message to let you know that they're back around in your energy, but not necessarily say that. But to let you know that you've been on their mind. They might send you a text message or something, or an email or something like that, a comment, to let you know that you've been on their mind, and then they're just gonna show up. They don't want to give you warning because they're afraid you're gonna run, but you need to hear what they got to say, because what they got to say is important. Okay, to give you, this person knows that these motherfucking gang members have attacked you for fucking 8 years. 8 years they've been attacking you. And they know, this person knows, this is a double mission. Holy shit almighty. It's 10 o'clock out here, y'all. Double mission. Light worker star seeds, serve the world by being you. Listen, you went and told that joker everything, man. Like, you wasn't, look, your braveness was so out there. You were so fucking brave. Let me tell you, collective, okay, if you didn't give yourself credit, or if you forgot 8 years ago what you did 8 years ago in your bravery, you give a fuck. When them motherfuckers stole your car, set you up, stole your fucking car, boy, you didn't give a fuck. You didn't give no fucks. Zero. You was like, man, I done went through all this shit and you motherfuckers did this. Okay, I don't give no fucks. You was brave as fuck. Walked from the jail, walked out the motherfucking jail, and went to the fucking gang hangout and demanded the keys to your motherfucking car. None of them motherfuckers would step out the door. They was scared. They was scared of you. There was like 20 of them in that fucking motel. I swear to God. Motherfuckers, give me my goddamn keys. I was mad, boy. And they wouldn't come out of them fucking doors. Not one of them fucking doors open. When you see people peeping out the fucking, they knew. Ooh. So you took the fucking, you took something and flattened all tires. You broke in your own fucking car. You cut every fucking wire. You bashed every fucking thing. You said, drive that bitch now. Drive it now, motherfuckers. Y'all think y'all won on this one, huh? Okay, bet. And you left it sitting there. Them motherfuckers is crying. You wasn't scared? It says soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. You wasn't scared at all. You know how many times you had to face these stupid motherfuckers? Hell, they was trying to get you set up on some kind of other bullshit because you and your friend, what you thought was your friend, rented a room to stay in together, like live there together or something like that. Okay? And y'all was longtime friends, okay, before you came back. But when you came back, you found out the hard way that they was a drug addict, like they was part of that group of crew of gang, okay? But they wasn't before. When you met them and made friends for years, you guys were friends, okay? All right, so you got a room to like roommate. There wasn't no sexual. There was just a roommate, okay? And then that gang, that set of gang, you were gone somewhere trying to drive somebody around, trying to, you know, because you had a car. So they're all needing you to drive them somewhere, okay? You don't mind because you don't mind helping other people. You get a phone call while you taking somebody over here because, you know, understand, you already know, okay? You already know what you was dealing with 8 years ago, okay? You already know. You already know what you was dealing with. Okay, anyway, that's some shit. All of that's some shit. But you made like a friend, and then you made another friend that was like, somehow them two friends, Brian and Bert and Joe. Brian and Bert and Joe were friends. But you're very spiritual. And Joe was very interested in the spirit part, the spiritual part, okay? Joe was very interested in the spiritual part. He looked kind of bummy, like a bum, but he was like, it looked like that Brian and Joe and Bert all were playing a role. Like you couldn't like quite pinpoint it because you were going through like a dark night of the soul. Crazy shit was happening. They was tearing up the car, They set your car up for you to fucking die. You didn't die. I love it. God almighty. Like all this shit's just pouring back. It's just pouring back. It's just pouring back. Okay, you didn't die. And then they tried to get you back up there. 44444. So then they tried to get you back up there. You went back up there. Okay, you went back up there. And you was homeless or what have you, and you wasn't scared not one bit walking around that town with no car or nothing against the whole town is a gang, okay? You didn't give a flying shit walking around that fucking town, and you could see that certain specific ones were, even if they was like acting like they was against you or didn't like you, they was protecting you. Specific ones. Well, these ones told you could stay in this it, it was like an empty side of a duplex, and you know, so you went to stay there, and you had some clothes in a garbage bag, okay, at somebody's house because they was trying to steal all your clothes and everything again, like they was trying to re-steal all of this stuff again that you've accumulated because you went back up there to get your car. It turned out a long big shit, a big bunch of bullshit, okay? But, a bunch of crazy. Well, you walked up to a convenience store and this motherfucker's ex-girlfriend or his girlfriend, right? She's sitting in the car like you're gonna be intimidated. You didn't give a fuck. You walked right up in that shit, man. You didn't give a fuck, okay? You didn't give no fucks. And these motherfuckers thought you was crazy for not giving no fucks about this gang trying to attack you. But you didn't, what did you have to lose? You was like, I must be here for a fucking reason. God must have placed me here for a reason. Because these motherfuckers about to be exposed. Period. And you didn't do nothing. They exposed themselves by their actions trying to attack you. And it exposed them. Get what I'm saying? It exposed them. Because they was trying to kill you or what have you. They got somebody, there's another girl, Ramona, which her real name is Jennifer, but they got her all fucked up look, they was trying to do that to you, but you're blessed and protected. You get me? And they put her in a coma and all kinds of shit, y'all. It's crazy. Okay? I've lived a lot of experience. I've lived a lot of lives. Oh, yeah, well, I mean, who? Yeah. Anyway, y'all take that as it resonates. It says, fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. And then it's this again. Double mission. This is the real deal. Okay, so in that mix, in that mist of all of the group of people, all of those people that were involved there, you had somebody that was like standing back from it, looking in and watching it all, and watching you dodge and weave and surviving through all of that shit that was going on. There was somebody there. Damn. What? Oh my God. Okay, so when you left, y'all, I'm being so triggered, y'all. I'm getting like answers. There was a dude that was up there. He come out of nowhere. He was kind of goofy, but you was smitten in love, kind of, with somebody up there, and you wasn't giving him like no leeway or nothing. You thought he was kind of goofy, but that was an act. And he hit you up. And you thought it was weird because he was with this girl, but he hit you up and said, can you come out to this house? Okay? And you were going, huh? Like you was tripping. You was like, was he trying to set me up? Like, is he trying to get me to come out to this desolate house out in the middle of nowhere or something? They trying to set me up. What's up with him? What's going on, right? And you just stopped answering him back because at first you were communicating with him because you had a kind of a good rapport with this person. But when he was trying to get you to come out to this house, you saw it a whole different way. I mean, you didn't think about like they was trying to like get you out there to like sex or something. You was thinking they was trying to get you out there, lure you out there to kill you or something. Because these motherfuckers was retarded. Okay? But he was part of that group, but he wasn't at the same time. But you had walked down in this area where all these tent city, you had walked down into that area for some reason or another, looking for somebody or something. He flipped out and come running out through there with a big fucking, like a tree, like a broken tree, like a kind of a skinny tree. He come running out, like going, ah, like letting all the people know that he was in there while you was walking in there. It was weird. It was like a protection. And you can't quite get his name. It's like on the tip of your tongue, but you can't quite get his name. But shortly after that, they stole your phone. And then you bounced right back, got another one just like that. These motherfuckers was blown away that you kept bouncing right back from shit they was fucking trying to do to you. Yo, I think that's funny, y'all. I can't help it. Because you just one little old woman. These motherfuckers like 50 deep trying to fucking kill you. It says Earth. It says learning how to be human in the world but not of it. Amen. You was trying to learn how to be human. Shit. You submitted yourself right into the humanness. The 7 Star Sisters. Y'all, this has been coming out in the letters. The 7 Sisters and the Star Sisters. It says this in the letters all the time. Let's see what it says. Birthing creations. Tapestry of life. Expressions. It's your soul dance. Are you part of the 7 Sisters? The tapestry of life, the creation. You create. You're a creator. You look. It says, sow ancestors and fall into my arms. Hidden secrets, lost wisdom, and look a little deeper. Look, somebody. You're about to get. It's telling you to wait for a second. Empathic starseed, wait. Your life is a canvas. Loosen your grip. A double mission. When you went to that mission, you had no idea. Listen, I know y'all are similar to me, which my collective. You hear me? And you know that you allow yourself to be guided to go wherever you go and those types of things. I'm telling you, it's a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. It's happening. You're ushering in a new earth, collective. Look, but when you went to that area, okay, don't call your ancestors. Thank them for whatever energy that they've put into this situation. You don't talk to the dead. It's necromancy. I don't talk to the dead, y'all. Talk to God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. That's where y'all get these messages from, why they're so accurate. I'm just saying. Don't practice witchcraft. None of that stuff. I trust in my instinct. I trust God. I don't talk to the ancestors. I thank my ancestors because I get little tidbits of showing me of through their life. They'll show. I'm like I get a tidbit of like what my grandma went through. It's telling me something about my life and it being like a circle. Okay. And that I don't want it to be that way. I'm breaking the circle. I'm breaking the. I was very highly connected to my grandma, okay, but I don't talk to her or nothing like that. I don't sit there and go, I miss you and that stuff, okay? Because I know she's with me, from her energy is with me, but it's not sitting there talking to all your ancestors are with you, all your future ancestors, all the ones that are behind that's lost. all the ones you never met. They all with you. They all like with you, okay? So I just want to make that clear to y'all. Don't be talking to fucking dead, okay? Because you're not talking to the dead. The dead are asleep. You talking to a demon if you're talking to the dead. And the dead answering you back, you are talking to a demon. The dead are asleep. They're resting. Okay? So if you want to talk to Uncle Tom or whoever the fuck, okay, you're not going to be talking to Uncle Tom or whoever the fuck. You're going to be talking to a demon. Is that pretty clear? Pretty plainly clear to you? Don't talk to the dead. You're wasting your time. That's a waste of time. Alright? You got questions? Ask God, ask Jesus Christ, ask the Holy Spirit. Pick up your Bible and read it, or look into the signs. He says that he gives you signs and wonders so you can see and know what's going to happen. Gives you the gifts of sight. He gives you the gift of discernment. All you gotta do is believe and trust it. I'm telling you, you carry the answers anyway. You don't gotta talk to your ancestors. Your ancestor, the ancestor part of the whole deal is that you're breaking those fucking curses that was placed upon your ancestors. Their energy is working with you to break those curses. They're not there for you to conversate with. That energy's not there for you to conversate with. It's for you to look back and say, okay, well, that happened to my grandma, it happened to her grandma, it happened to, okay, wait a minute, that's a curse. That needs to be broken. That needs to be stopped. You understand? That's what they're there for. I thought I got a handful out because I have a hand in there. Let's put it back out. Alright, y'all. We're good. Now, as far as you say you called your ancestors, what are you saying? You called the power to you? Like, the power of Great Skull? I have the power. I am Great Skull. He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. He called the power. Called your power. That's what you did. Okay? Because that's what goes on. Like, okay. That's what goes on. Okay? Like our psyche and that and that and that. It's like our energy merges on a higher level once they enter into the sleep realm. When they enter into the sleep realm, it's like their energy merges with us. Their light energy, their light comes to protect and to watch over and that, not to talk to you. I'm telling you, they're not talking to you. Okay? You're not talking to dead people. Okay? I'm just saying. Let them rest and let them be dead, okay? I'm just saying. I mean, hell, they're resting. They didn't live all of the shit that you just fucking went through, so they don't... They're not interested in you going what the shit you're going through. They don't care. They're resting. They're waiting on God. I'm just saying, don't talk to the dead, y'all. Don't put your faith in the dead. Because it's not really the dead that you're communicating with. Just realize that. Now, when you go through, like, spirit boxes and stuff like that, when you go through them spirit boxes and stuff like that, those spirit boxes can pick up residual energies that are, like, been trapped. Do you understand? That's not a dead person as so much as it's a trapped energy in that space, because energy... If you understand energy and understand like ley lines and that, something was unresolved. Could have been something from their childhood. It doesn't have to be something unresolved about the death. Okay? And it leaves a lingering, dark, heavy, real dark, heavy energy. Okay, it's almost like that person refuses to go to sleep. Okay, but they cannot talk to you. Ghost can't talk to you. I don't know any of y'all. Have y'all ever had a ghost speaking to you? I don't even know if I ever heard of a ghost. That's it. I mean, they might say boo. I mean, according to history, they say boo. They say the word boo. It says, why holy? 125. Why holy? Something's equal. It wasn't a ghost. What you mean? Okay, let's get on with the letters. Why holy? What is it saying that for? Son. That's Jesus. Holy Son is Jesus. Are you out here, Jesus? Equal zoo times. December 5th, January 25th, March 12th, May 12th. May 12th, Taurus. That's it. That's triggering. February 15th, day after Valentine's Day. I was in a wreck. And I was in a wreck on Valentine's Day. And I hit my face. Fucked up my face pretty bad. Fucked up my knee. Broke some ribs. The drunk driver pulled out in front of me. Huh. That was right before I got pregnant with my daughter. Okay, I don't know why I'm saying all that. There you go, y'all. Information to TMI. Zoo, I-P-P, 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 kiss on, P-P. What are you fucking talking about? Zoo, W-E, we holy women. Holy women. Kip. What? Oh my gosh. Don't you... You talking about Keith? Oh my God. You just made... Listen, I just got like a whole spiritual feeling went all over me, y'all. I don't know what the fuck. You talking about Keith? Kip? If I was to see that motherfucker right there coming, I don't even know what. Oh, wow. How we only kiss. How we only kiss. What? Okay, hold on a minute. How we only kiss. Phone. When phone. I don't know. Kiss me on the phone. I swear to God it's saying that. Kiss me on phone. Kiss me on the phone. That is wild. I just sang that. Women only. What is women only? Women only. Holy. Only holy women. Kiss. Only holy women kiss. What? What kind of holy is that? Like, I don't be kissing on women, y'all. I'm just saying. Shop. Women only shop. his pig. Somebody's a pig. I believe it. Why? Okay, we got the KKK. Okay, and there's something about a get. Oh, this don't go with nothing. There's QIIQ. Headquarters. Hope soon. Somebody hope something soon. Soon me. Soon me. Soon with me. What the flip? Look at these letters. They're kind of warped. Putting them out here like that. Spell. Okay, we know they're spies. Okay, duh. Somebody was born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Spy on me. Spies on me. My spies on my son. Who's spying on your fucking son? I don't fuck with you. I got a million trillion things that I'd rather fucking do to be fucking with you. Just saying, y'all. Say shy. Shy. On the shy side. Somebody on the shy side. Okay, hold on. It's like something is happening. There's too much or something. It's too much. It's about making me want to smear them off of there and just get a tiny handful. Shines in my eye. King. King spies. The king's spies, she spies, he spies. The king. Yes. Shy. He's shy and he spies. Who? Who's king? Exactly. The king of the zoo. Is a zookeeper. Hey, that wouldn't be so bad. I think I kind of like going to the zoo. This is Skipper. Ooh. A nasty hoe witch. Skip. Joke. Skip. Skip joke. That's right. I say what the fuck I wanted to. If I want to say a joke, I say a motherfucking joke. Spoon, goop. You say group, a large group, something is risky. Pike, spike. Somebody put something in somebody's drink. Kings. It's kings. It's the King's Zoo, not my fucking circus, not my monkeys. P.S. Queen. P.S. Queen. Why? Medium large? What does that mean? Why? What? Why I'm. P.S. Why I'm slow. Why I'm slow. Poke. Slow poke. Why I'm slow poke. Okay, why are you slow poke? Phone, something. King joking. I'm joking. Something's not slow. Something's almost done. Spoke. Spooky. Something spooky. Oh. Frequency is spooky. So somebody's taking their time because they don't want to rush something. Low frequency. Low frequency. Spooky. Spooking. Go, okay. Jokes. Go, jokes. Go jokes. Spoke my son. Someone spoke to their son about a home. Or my homie spoke to my homie. Or it's about a home. Okay, it says a whole spooky house. Something about a spooky house. I swear. Gospels. Why are you saying gospels? Whose gospels? My own. Pookie? Oh my god, that sounds like Ricky. Fuck. Owls. Some kind of wisdom come to somebody. Owls. Who's on Gospels? Huh? Go slow. Who goes slow? Who? Why go slow? Okay. No MK. So somebody's gonna shoot something to you straight. They're gonna shoot it to you straight. Spoke slowly. Man, I can see him sitting there and I'm fucking telling him that shit and I'm sitting in the backseat of that fucking van. And I said, why don't you just fucking tell me? And he wouldn't. So my something on. So my badge on, sloppy, something. So on, sloppy. Hooking on. Okay. Solo. It says solo. Go solo. Women, we looked. We looking. So we looking. Somebody going solo. Oh, they're single. Okay, it's out here. Somebody's single looking. Single and looking. They heal from something. Single and looking. Something about soppy. Like this person wants to be romantic and all that stuff. Like really throw in their emotions and that. Okay? See, I'll take that as it resonates. Sing, look. You saying sign? Signed copy, sign my copy. But the copy's with a K. So they might have signed a fake copy of something. So the cops could get their signature or their false signature and have proof. Somebody signed a copy of something and got a key. They go look. Sign my copy. I swear it's saying that. They got a key. They something about the size of a home. Size home. Size home. While looking for something else. While looking. Size home. What? GN shook. GN shook. Hold on. Something about the poles. Poles. The poles. A pole shook. Poles shook pole. Size my home. Size my home. Go in. Go in. Size zip. Sweep. So somebody wants you to clean up their house while they're gone. Long. Shooky. Gosh. Somebody says, gosh, you look. There's something about your look because you shine. There's something that makes them, it's like it makes them weep. Wipes. Look. Long. Somebody's taking some kind of long journey. Josh. Go home. So Josh is taking a long journey home. Swipes. John swipes. That's a fucking long John. What? Are you fucking joking? Shut up. Somebody swipes the logs. Some kind of phone logs. That somebody was trying to cover up something. And they swipe these phone logs of these criminals talking to each other and saying, oh, they're on their way. They just left here and now they're coming there. Da 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 da. Y'all understand? Remember I told y'all there was a link. It was like a phone link where they was like, say you left your house, 10 of them would say, oh, she left the house, and somebody would follow you there, and then you might be in the grocery store, you'd see 10 of these motherfuckers just all of a sudden be right there, and you'd be like, really? You know what? I mean, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? You're not a criminal. You're not going to be fucking treated like one. I mean, you know, like you're very gifted too, and these motherfuckers found that out. Okay, they know that you're a true gift. Okay, they tested you, even if you knew they was testing you or not. A quiz, and they tested you, and you passed the test with honor and with humbleness, and I don't know how to say it. Like you walked tall, even though you knew that this was all a setup and all of that. You walked tall, okay? And something has, just your actions or something about your energy or something that has caused these people to like start change. There's quite a few that's doubted their actions that they've done, that they've taken against you. They doubt them. They going, man, I hope that don't come on against me. I'm telling you. Because they're really doubting their actions now that they've gotten to know that you are authentic. Okay, they're really doubting their actions against you. I promise you they are. There's a group of people that are going, damn, we should have not fucked with her. We should have left her the fuck alone. And now they're trying to point the finger at the person that said, let's go after her. I'm telling you. Something about Los. This might be like Los Angeles or something. This SJ, but I'm seeing SJ. Triggered me to see that, but now I'm seeing like just saying. Hope. Don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. Hop on. Hop on. Hop on. Something about a pony. Hold the whole time. The whole something. Whole pony. What is that possibly? Could that possibly be fucking saying? The whole pony? Hold power? I don't know. There's no... Something about a zip code. Lonely. Goes something while we sleep. Something was happening while we sleep. Goes on while we sleep. MK. Single. Says single. Wow. Somebody can't believe you're single. Less. Singleless. Dumb shit says jingleless. What you ain't got nothing to sing about? Jingles. Pow wow jingles. Ship. Shop. Shoot. Huh? Shoot, baby. Come on. Pish posh. Pish posh. Okay, y'all tell. I guess I'm getting done with it. Okay, something about long legs. Long legs. My legs ain't long. My legs are average, I suppose. Show me. Cause I'm 5'6½", so that's spot on average. My legs ain't long, but they're muscular. They ain't short though. Something about gallop. There's no A. Won't be kiss. What are you talking about? We was kissing? Oh. Oh, it wasn't this person. This is somebody else. Joe. Nip. Open. Joe open. Open what? He opened his what? Show. J-Log. I don't know. J-Log. J-Lo is open. Open show. What, somebody wants to take you to the J-Lo show? I probably wouldn't be that fucking interested in going to a big old crowded fucking place with a stranger. I mean, I went to them with my ex-husband, but I don't know if I would go with a stranger to a big old crowded. Because I'm funny sometimes. When I start picking up all them fucking energies, I'm like, I'm ready to go. I don't give a fuck if you are or not. I'm telling you, and I'll walk. I don't care if I'm in downtown Atlanta. I'll walk 40 fucking miles home. I won't stay. Y'all really, really don't know, do you? Because y'all don't have no idea, but yeah. If I don't want to be somewhere, you can bet your ass I'm not fucking staying, and I will leave. I walk clear across fucking Montana down there. I've never been there for my life. By myself. All by myself. Well, I don't give a damn. For one thing, you're not going to disrespect me. Period. I don't give a shit, y'all. You don't have to love me. You don't even gotta like me. You don't even gotta like me. But you not gonna disrespect me. Just say it. It says something about a glimpse. Look, it says glimpses. I can't. What all y'all? I can't. I don't know what all you said. You could have made this up if you tried. No, I don't make up shit. Oh, wow. Are you fucking kidding me? That is so wild. But the Seven Sisters been coming out in the letters, okay? Something about glimpses. Glimpses, the future. Glimpses what? Glimpses what? Glimpsing. Someone's glimpsing or glimpses. Glimpses, so glimpse. Open, open, open now. Open now. Glimpse, glimpse. Holy. This person had a spiritual experience. They died and had a spiritual experience. There's something to do with you talking about it or something like that. This person's a protector. And very territorial. It says slip. Why? Your number. Okay, I just heard for no reason, so I'm saying it. It says something about your number off the wall. Somebody might have trying to been setting somebody up to get all these fucking phone calls, like crank phone calls, and swipes my pink slip. That shit says swipes my pink slip. Why would somebody want to steal your pink slip? It says, know me. It says nosy. Nosy me. My nosy. They're cleaning up something. Sweep up, sweep out, sweep out. Please, pigs. Okay, now, a cop is one thing, but a pig is another thing, okay? It says songs, okay? A pig is a crooked cop. Songs. Glimpse. Someone got a glimpse of a song? Limp. Oh my God. I'm done with it, y'all. Y'all take what resonates out of this. Who's he? Who's he? Just saying. Who's he? Does that say grips? Grips? Wool? Grips wool? Grips wool. WOOL. It said grips wool. And it says something about holy woman. Holy woman, holy woman. Somebody sees you as an earth angel. I'm telling you. I is just saying. Just saying big changes for two eyes. For two ones. You're an I alone. Stand alone. They're an I. Stand alone. Just saying big changes. Could be initials with an S and a J or J and an S, but that doesn't resonate. That means just say it to me. Okay? And that's also a little bit of a, I don't know, a hint to me. Because I write just saying on everything. Like when I'm writing it, like when I'm texting it or writing it, I put JUSSAYN. And that's how I put it, just saying. So I do it a specific way, and it probably triggered, because I'm a Cancer, it probably triggered a Capricorn. Why is she always right that say? I mean, and so then somebody else might have wrote it, and then they was like triggered, like, that's the doppelganger. That was who's trying to act like collect my baby. I swear, they call you their baby, Pookie. Ooh. I ain't no baby. Don't call me baby. Don't call me baby. Don't call me baby. You can call me JEANBEAN. You call me baby, it makes me think you can't remember my name because you all mixed up with all the different people you trying to fuck with. You call them all baby. So don't call me baby. Please. I'm not even going to say please. Do not call me baby. Or hun or honey. None of that. You can call me JEANBEAN. Seriously, you can call me JEANBEAN. Okay? I'm dead ass serious. Don't fucking call me baby or hun or none of that shit. Don't give me no fucking little cuddly nickname. Nah. Don't nickname me shit. Nothing. Call me JEANBEAN. That confirmation. Tell him, boy. Tell him. Okay, I turn to page 963. Oh my God. Oh my God. 369, 963, 639, so on and so forth. That shit's been showing up every fucking where, every time I turn around. It's a universal key from Nikola Tesla. The power of the 3, 6, and 9. That is the triangle, the pyramid, that opens up the key to release the power from the pyramid. The 3, 6, and the 9 do. Okay, 9 being the most powerful number in the whole entire universe. Okay, 3 represents the Trinity. Okay. And collaboration and coming together as at oneness, okay? And the 6 is to trust it, have faith in it, okay? Those are the keys that unlock the universe. Is to know that we're all one, which is a 3. Trust it, which is a 6. And God is preparing it all, which is a 9. Preparing it for completion, for you to elevate through the 3, 6, and the 9. And they're a portal. The 3, the 6, and the 9 is a key that unlocks a portal for you to step through and elevate. Okay? Just understand that. Look more into it because it's very deep. Okay? But we're on page 963. Jeremiah. Okay? It says, for thus says the Lord, your affliction is incurable. Your wound is severe. There is no one to plead your cause, that you may be bound up. You have no healing medicines. All your lovers have forgotten you. They do not seek you. For I have wounded you with the wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of the cruel one, for the multitude of your iniquities. Because your sins have increased, why do you cry about your affliction? Your sorrow is incurable. Because of the multitude of your iniquities, because your sins have increased, I have done these things to you. Because you haven't rebuked your sin and repented, okay? Somebody is trying to continue to go through. Someone's been still trying to live their old life in this new, you can't, I promise, you can't go back to that old life. It won't feel right. You can try, but it won't feel right. If you walked away from it, what have you, and you done stepped into an elevation, You try to go back to that old life, nothing is going to feel right. It's all going to feel fucking weird. Everything. And you're going to be sitting there like, what the fuck am I doing here? This is past. Okay, but you can't keep like thinking like that. Okay, you have to let it all go. Have a child, a mind of a child again. Start all over again. Okay? You can't keep thinking like that. Okay? It says, therefore, all those who devour you shall be devoured. It says, and all your adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. It says, those who plunder you shall become plundered, and all who prey upon you, I will make them a prey. It says, for I will restore health to you and heal you of your wounds, says the Lord, because they called you an outcast. For no other reason but that. Those that devoured you are about to be devoured. Okay? Because they called you an outcast. They didn't see the light. They didn't illumine the mind. They didn't see your light that you have. Okay? They underestimated you being a child of God. And they called you an outcast. Throwed you out in the rain. Put a black sheep on you. That said wool. That's funny because you're white, pure wool. You're like the lamb that should have been sacrificed. Cain and Abel was, but he just snatched up a lamb, any old lamb. He didn't find the one that was unblemished, but you're like the white lamb, but you're the black sheep. So, man, I said a mouthful then, didn't I? You're the pure white lamb, but the black sheep. You're fixing to rise up, darling. It says, they called you an outcast, saying, this is Zion, no one seeks her. So God's going to grant you all these things. Those that devoured you, beep. Those that your adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. That means they're getting locked up. Okay? It says those that plundered you and took your car and all your clothes and every fucking thing after you helped and helped. You getting all that back. Their shit's gonna be taken. They ain't gonna have none of it, okay? They're probably experiencing this shit. Every time they experience something, they try to attack you. Again. It is what it is. It says, and all who prey upon you, they will be prey. So they're gonna be attacked. They're gonna be attacked back to back to back to back to back like they did you. Trust in God, y'all. He does take care of business. Trust me. Okay? It says, for you I will restore your health and heal you of your wounds. Know that. Because they called you an outcast. Yeah, I'm weird, ain't I? I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? Because God put me here, motherfucker. That's what I'm doing here. I know God put me in several places. Listen, I'd be like, well, shit's going on. I can feel the energy fixing to change, and they're fixing to throw me in the street or some crazy shit because I can see it. I can see some shit going on here. Because, you know, you already see stuff, right? You already see, like, energy that's fixing to happen. You're like, well, fuck. Okay, I might as well go for it. Just blurt out all the truth before you leave. So then you leave. You leave with no clue. Like, what even direction to drive in? You don't even know what direction to drive in, but you start driving. You start talking to God. Pissed off. You raising hell. But you start talking to God. You say, they done it fucking again. No. Okay, and then you go. Because they only needed you for, like, rent money or something like that. So you paid the rent, and they trying to kick you out 2 weeks early. Some stupid shit. Okay? I'm just saying, okay? So you blurt out all your truths and stuff, okay? So you say, okay, What's the next step, God? Where's the next journey to? Because you finished that one out because you told all them truths before you left. That was the end of that journey. Okay, send me where you want me to go, God. Wherever it is that you want me to go, because I'm willing to go. Because I mean, hell, I ain't doing nothing sitting here. God sent you on this journey. Okay, you go up there. And you look around, you size it up, okay? And you're like, you had to be sending me here. There ain't no way that I would have just accidentally been landed right here in this fucking situation as many times as you put me in these small little situations throughout my lifetime. I can obviously see, God, that I'm the shiny light in this here situation. Okay? And then you was like, okay, let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. And them motherfuckers thought they was going to be able to kill you before it was all said and done. They didn't. They still ain't killed you. You still alive? Golden as fuck. You golden, baby. Just saying. Somebody wants to reward you because they... Look, let me tell you, okay, I know this sounds a little bit, but at the same time, it's also a compliment. These motherfuckers go rolling. They go fucking rolling laughing, like to their gut hurt, okay, at what you did to some of these people to fuck them, like, throw them off or throw a loop, like throw them for a loop. Because you follow your instinct. And it was something just like real simple. And these are thugs. Okay, that was after you. Like that shit happened at the McDonald's. You know, it's funny right now. You know, I'm sitting here laughing and giggling, laughing and giggling, laughing and giggling. Hope you motherfuckers see it. I know you are. Somebody, there's one of them or a couple of them, or they're watching right now, watching me laugh at them. Yeah, I did that at the McDonald's. Yep. So did. I walked away from that McDonald's too, didn't I? But remember I told you they stole your phone? Remember I told you they stole your phone right after there was a conversation between you and somebody, and you was telling them something. Like that was a key. That there was a key. And then them motherfuckers, no sooner than you was telling this motherfucker something, these two little bitch-ass motherfucking gang members thought that you was gonna be intimidated by that Amazon fucking bitch. You wasn't intimidated. You didn't give a fuck who the fuck she was. I don't give a damn if she's 12 foot fucking tall. You ain't gonna try to open my car door and take my bag of clothes out of it. Motherfucker, I'll kick your ass. Okay? So she got my bag of clothes, right? She had my bag of clothes, right? I get out of the car and go around there. This bitch thinks she gonna hit me. She gonna hit me and I'm supposed to just fall down. Oh no, that ain't how it works, bitch. I said, fuck, who the fuck? Because I had my phone in one hand and I had that bag in the other hand and she's snatching and jerking and snatching and jerking. That little bitch motherfucker told her to hit me. So she hit me and they thought that was gonna be the end of it. So I took that fucking bag, I snatched that bag out of her fucking hand and I slung it like that and bashed that bitch in her fucking head. And when I did, my phone flew out of my hand and that little bitch man fucking picked it up and jumped in the car. Told me, let's go, let's go, let's go. I wasn't scared none. Lady in the McDonald's called the police and said that somebody was out there being assaulted. Talking about me. So they made me write down in a report and all of this shit. Mind you that the police are, you know, they're their own gang. I'm just saying, up there in that area. Especially because all the fucking police were the nerds, the geeky people, and these gang members, like, were their bullies in high school, and they're still, like, their bullies in I'm like, where they do that? Where they do that? So you took an oath to be a police officer so you could take shit off a fucking high school bully of yours? Please, man. I would say this shit to these cops. Mad. Fucking get my phone back from these stupid motherfuckers. I done told you their names, where they live, everything about it, okay? Go get my motherfucking phone back from them. Period. And I'm all alone, y'all. All by myself, living in my Mustang. I chose to live in it. Because I had a place. I had a room. And me and my buddy, and he's fucking, I said, you know what, motherfucker? I stood on that back. I said, every motherfucking one of y'all gonna leave this motherfucking room tonight, right now. Oh, you think you can? You think you can make us? I said, yeah, y'all leaving right fucking now. And they got up and left. They sitting there with guns and shit on them. Give a fuck. I said, I guess you're going to have to shoot me. I guess y'all going to jail for murder. Y'all either going to leave for murder or y'all just going to get the fuck out of my room. And they left. I don't care. I don't care. I don't get starstruck by this one or that one saying, oh, that's a gang member. Oh, really? You should have seen all these fucking people at this motel. These people that are like living on like Social Security and shit like that. These motherfuckers was running up to me, thanking me and hugging me and thanking me for all these little things that I would do to counteract these fucking gang members. Y'all don't know. Boy, I don't give a fuck. I'm telling y'all. I would do shit. They would do something stupid as fuck. Okay, like I was sitting outside of this church. I didn't have no place to go, right? My car was acting up and fucked up, right? So I was sitting outside of this church. It wasn't open or nothing. It was just outside this huge ass church that I had prior history with. That these church people knew me, okay? And I was sitting outside, straightening up my stuff that was in my car, getting it like organized and that and that and that. I want you to know, TJ and Mimi, TJ Fields, there, I'll say his full fucking name. Him and his old lady, Mimi, gonna call that church and tell that church that I was out there dancing naked in their parking lot. That church man came out there and seen it was me. And he was like, what? He was like, this motherfucker said you was out here dancing naked in the parking lot. They didn't know that I knew the church people. So they was gonna have me arrested. Them motherfuckers, fuck them. I don't give a fuck. What? Okay, either I'm gonna live or I'm gonna die, okay? But you're not gonna fucking run over me and fucking disrespect me, okay? Yeah, it just blowed their minds. It blowed their fucking minds that I knew the church guy. And I said, you see me, I'm not naked. And he said, no, you're not. I said, what the fuck? And he told me it was TJ that called. I said, oh, really? It was TJ Fields? This motherfucker, y'all, I was triggered today about this. Matter of fact, TJ Fields was having a freak off with Greg's faggot cousin that dresses like a tranny. For sure. For fame. Okay, look. Y'all don't believe me, but I'm telling y'all the truth. These motherfuckers that was attacking me and shit, they was all like P. Diddy's friends. The fucking GDs. They friends of P. Diddy. You understand? They was attacking me for just being out there by myself. They thought they could, but they didn't. They thought they could. I left there without even a scar, nothing. I mean, they had charges on me, but they all got dropped because they had no evidence against me. Because I didn't do nothing. But I left there without even a scar. Not even a scratch. They took my car, but they didn't get to keep it. Because I fucked it up. Straight up there in public. Just in broad daylight. I was fucking that car up. I said, drive it now, motherfuckers. And I said, y'all, the people, the owners there, I said, y'all gonna have this trash shit right here. I'm telling y'all. Anyway, yeah. These motherfuckers was making sacrifices. I know for sure. Hot dog. I hope Ramona made it out of it, but she was in a coma for quite some time. Because they was trying to revive her by giving her more dope. Where they do that at, you dumb motherfuckers? Anyway, that was their excuse. Okay. Anyhow, I don't know if she died or not. They had another girl. And this crazy fucking thing about it, they were hand-picking the look. All of these girls, you would think that all of us was related. You would have swore that we was all related, like in different ages. 11-11, y'all. But you would have thought that we was all related. I mean, for real, for real. And these are total strangers to me. But they kept bringing us all, like, connecting us. It's very strange. Then I ended up, when they got me put in jail, I ended up in jail with Jamie, which they tried to kill Jamie. Okay? They really, really, really tried to kill Jamie. And then this stupid bitch gets out of fucking jail. Goes back to them, talking a bunch of shit, talking a bunch of bullshit. And they fucking, like, beat her up real bad, throw her in a ditch. Dumb. That's dumb. But all these girls look the same. I mean, all of us had, like, similar trait. They planned that. I kept having them dreams about Rico was turning into a werewolf, or he was turning into a beast. He was turning into a beast, and he would make Rico was real nice, like he was real super nice, but it was like cycles, like the moon cycles, and he would like disappear for a little, like, periods of time. But I kept having these dreams that he was turning into like a beast, but he would ask his brothers, the gang members, bruh, what? The letters constantly say that somebody was saying brah, calling each other brah and bro and brah and brothers. Gang members, okay? The brothers. Okay, but anyway, he would make his brothers put him in like a caged room, like a... Okay. There was no windows or nothing in it. But on the door where there would have been a window, there was like bars, okay? I can see this thing. I can see this. I can see him. I can see all of that right now, like I was looking at it in real life. But it was I guess in my dreams. I don't know, okay? Because I don't dream. I don't have dreams. Anyway, I kept having these moments that I kept seeing him being this beast, that he would change from being a kind, nice guy to this beastie like thing. Well, I saw it firsthand one night because they was trying to set me up, okay? They kept trying to send me here and send me there, and they was also trying to set Renee up, okay? Which, oddly enough, that's strange too. They couldn't find Renee. Because Renee had done, made some kind of deal that something went down where she, like she was giving more than what she was supposed to get or something like that. And she didn't speak up about it. So the gang was after her to go and beat her up. Okay, it was going to kick her ass or whatever. Okay, but I was trying to protect Renee. Anyway, that girl, that boy's, that one that's real nice and it's like a beast in certain nights or certain times of the day or what have you. Um, him and his girlfriend. Well, his girlfriend rode with me to take this dude. This dude lived in the woods, so I was taking him home to the woods. Okay, he lived in the woods, and I was taking him home. She was bound and determined she was gonna ride with me. Come to find out later on that this dude was a serial killer. Crazy, crazy. He got fucking locked up while I was living. He was a serial killer. His name was Country. This motherfucker was a serial killer. Played the hell out of a guitar. Okay? But he lived in the woods. None of us knew he was a serial killer. They come from some other state and found him there. Okay? This is crazy. But she was going to get out of my car and she wanted to go with him to do drugs or something, okay? I was like the taxi driver, okay? I'm telling y'all, because, Uber and shit won't drive like drug dealers to go pick up their drugs and shit, okay? But anyway, I had to do something to make money for, without compromising, okay? But anyway, that's when I saw that beast that I kept seeing in my mind's eye. Cause he's sweet. I mean, this guy was sweet, kind, nice, just fabulous. Oh, just nice fella. Okay. But that night I saw there was a beast in him. She tried to get out of the fucking car, and I slung her little ass in the back, cause I was in my Mustang. Country was sitting in the front seat, and I said, "Where you want out at?" So we went around. It's like she was fucked up or something, okay? Like she was messed up, like she was on something. I don't know. She was acting like she was messed up, okay? But Rico sent her with me, okay? This is crazy now, okay? Not like a couple of days later is when that guy got caught for. They come from another state and picked that dude up, say he was a serial killer. Okay, so I'm not sure about him. He just kind of was there and then wasn't, okay? Big old dude. This was a little bitty old girl, okay? Little bitty old scrawny little stupid girl. She's stupid as fuck. Talking about she's gonna get out with him. She's in the back seat. You know how the seats go in a Mustang? You gotta push the front. You gotta push the seat to get out of the back seat. And the Mustang back seat, probably that fucking big. Mustang back seat for shit, okay? Anyway, she's sitting in the back seat talking about how she wants to get out. I'll read those in a minute. I haven't even read them. But how she wants to get out with him. I said, oh, fuck, no, you ain't motherfucking getting out with him. I mean, she was sitting there acting like she's just a little spoiled bitch. This girl's a little spoiled bitch, okay? Like, I guess her papa run the mafia, okay? She kept talking about her papa runs the mafia and that and that and that. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Anyway, I saved her life that night. I did save her life that night. She was acting retarded and the door was open. And she's trying to get out, trying to push my seat forward. I fucking floored that fucking shit. He's barely out of the car. I fucking floored it. In that Mustang, y'all, okay? I floored that shit and her fucking ass fell backwards. That seat fell backwards. She's flopping around in the back seat. The door slammed. She's trying to cuss me and shit and this and that and another. And all I'm doing, I'm just holding the seat with my arm while I'm driving back to take her back to her boyfriend. Tell her boyfriend she's going to get out with that man, go in the woods, walk in the woods with him. So I go in and I say, well, Rika, he starts questioning, did you find Renee? I said, no, we didn't find Renee. Because that's what we was all three together for. I said, no, we didn't find Renee. I said, but I got something to tell you. And that little bitch was sitting there hopping around and jumping around. I said, I ain't scared of you, girl. I ain't scared of you, little girl. Like that. And I told him, I said, this stupid bitch was fixing to get out of the fucking car and walk in the woods with that fucking giant. Y'all, I said, and okay, do you know where he's from? Do you know where he's from? Do you know where he's from? This and then they're all like, no. And I'm going, she was fixing to just hop on out. Because he offered her some drugs or something. Boy, I saw the beast come out of Rico that night. That little girl got the fuck beat out of her. Like, fuck beat out of her. But she still was a spoiled little brat. I mean, but he was beast. He was beast that night. It was horrible. It was horrible. I mean, I didn't watch it with my eyes. I saw the after. I was outside. He said he made us all go outside. We all went outside. We was sitting outside. I was in my car, and Greg and that was Jonathan Scott there. Greg and Jonathan Scott was sitting on the stairs. Okay, and we could hear shit going on. Okay, so we knew that the neighbors could hear shit going on. Okay, somebody called the police out there. Okay, now this is what's fucked up. Somebody called the police out there for this woman getting beat the fuck shit up in that fucking motel room, okay? I want you to know that then police came to I'm sitting in my car. Y'all was retarded. You could obviously hear her getting the shit beat out of her up there. And they gonna come over there to my car and like ask me what my business is and what I'm doing there and that and that and that. I said, well, to be honest with you, I'm here to pick up the dude that's up there beating that woman up. I was here to... They called me over here to pick him up, and when I got here, this was already going on. They come to question me instead of going up there and rescuing that girl. Is that something wrong with that picture? I was like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Y'all can't hear that lady up there screaming? She's screaming through a locked door. And y'all walking over to my little car when I'm sitting in my car with the door open, and there's like metal stairs that go upstairs. And Greg and Jonathan was sitting on the stairs talking to me. We was probably this close. I mean, like, I was like right here in my car talking to them, and they was sitting on the stairs talking like this far, you know, was talking and that and that and that. And the police show up. Instead of going upstairs to what's been called for, they walk over to my car and start questioning me. And I'm going, what? I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, huh? And they're like, oh, we had a phone call. Da, 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 da. I said, well, you can't hear it? It's, you can hear it right there. What are you coming up to me for? We're out here sitting there chilled out. Like, we're not fucking causing no kind of ruckus or nothing. He walks up to me. I look at him like, what are you talking about, partner? Like, what? That told me a whole story right there. That they're affiliated with that gang. I'm telling you. And then Greg spoke up and said, no, it ain't her. It ain't her. No. She come here to pick him up. I swear, y'all. I swear all this stuff is the absolute truth. Crazy shit. Y'all wouldn't believe it when my car was sitting on fucking... If y'all only knew. We don't even want to acknowledge you, folks. Okay, it says, when going through tough times, it's important to remember that nothing up to this point has defeated you. Amen. Still alive. Golden, baby. It says, you've overcome challenges before. Be kinder to yourself. And be thankful for all that you already have. I love that. That culminates the whole reading. Up to this point, last I checked, my ship's still pulsing like it's supposed to pulse. Last I checked, it was. Just saying. I don't have no idea if their shit's still pulsing. When I was done with that, I was done. I don't care if their shit was pulsing. Hope they changed their tune, though. Bert, yeah, Bert. I guess I don't know. Maybe he's a bad cop. I don't know. At this point, something was telling me the whole fucking time that he was a bad cop. That he was running from it. He was trying to run away from something that he done. And the place that he ended up going back to. And I told him that if he can't tell me the fucking truth, if he can't face the truth and tell me the truth about his knowledge of all that happened to me, that I don't want to talk to him. And when he figures out what that fucking truth is, that he can give me a call. That's what I told him. That's what he's doing. But he did tell me something. Oh, man, shit, it's fucking just boom, 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 like something is falling into place, y'all. I don't know if y'all are seeing it in y'all's lives, but he kept telling me that his son had taken his house when he was gone to Georgia. His son took his house and they tore it up. That's one of the last things that he said to me. And that him and his son had a falling out. I'd never met the son or anything. But they had a falling out because his son ransacked his house while he was away for over a year. He was gone for over a year, staying at his aunt's house. Wow, that kind of shit is crazy. Yeah, I'm sure his truth is eating him up. I'm sure it is. Because he come in straight contact with the earth angel. I swear on everything, y'all. I was so good. I mean, I didn't do... Yeah, if y'all would have known, man, if y'all would have seen, you could see that all them demons was looking at me ready to devour me. And I didn't get devoured. I got charges put on me, but they got dropped. And I got my car stolen and all my clothes. Yeah, well, now I got too many clothes right now, and I don't want them. Had too many clothes then. They stole them all. I walked away with a pair of shorts, a shitty ass fucking shirt from the thrift store, and a pair of shoes. Didn't even have on those socks. Walked fucking from that fucking town. I said, fuck this. I ain't getting my car back. These stupid motherfuckers. And I walked. I just started walking. I slept behind a convenience store. When it got nighttime, I stopped and I seen a convenience store and I walked behind it and plugged in my phone, fell asleep. And it was just barely getting like daylight. It was barely coming daylight, and I woke up because I was afraid that the store people was gonna run me off. My only mistake, y'all, is that I took an alternate route on purpose because I thought that they may be trying to follow me or trying to find me on this other route, like the typical route that you would take. So I took this other route on purpose. God dang, you talk about the scenic route. That motherfucking route didn't have... I'm talking about I was walking down this one road. God dang, I was walking down this one fucking road and I thought it wasn't never going to end, and there was a creek beside it, okay? And I was walking down that fucking road, walking down that road. And it was winding and winding and winding. I come up on this one little, I guess this car passed me because there was no cars, nothing, but maybe one or two. I guess this woman passed me, I don't know. But when I come up on her house, she had a driveway about 4 miles long is what it looked like. But she was sitting at the end of her driveway with like 4 waters for me. She brought me 4 waters to the end of her driveway. And she let me sit there in her yard and drink some water. That was crazy. But I thought I was going to die of dehydration. I swear I thought I was before it was all said and done. It was so fucking hot. I didn't give up. I kept walking. Crazy. That shit was wild crazy. I don't have a problem one just walking and leaving. I leave all this shit. All this shit's illusion anyway. You don't think it is? Lose it all and then get more and you'll see all this shit is an illusion. You hear me? That's one of the shit going on at the Walmart thing. That's all bullshit. I ain't got no reason to fucking steal. I don't even want the shit that I got. Bullshit. They set me up. There ain't nothing I can do about it. So, God'll fix it. I'm just keeping on. Hose blind. What's that? What is a hose blind? I don't know what a hose blind is. Okay, y'all. This for entertainment purposes only. If y'all been entertained by JEANBEAN here, y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to donate to JEANBEAN, that's me. I could use help. I appreciate it if you would. It's what's a hose blind? Is a drink? Yo drink. What are you talking about, Kim? What is a yo drink? Anyways, Cash App $, ANGELMOON6237 to drink from. Man, just speak plain English. Quit putting little. I don't read secondhand. I don't read secondhand. Water hose. I had to find a water hose. Oh, this is what happened to me. Let me tell you what happened to me. Give me some water. Besides that, okay, after I done drank them 4 waters, okay, because I had to walk a long way. I had a long journey, and I knew it when I stepped that first step. I knew I did. So, this is what I did. Well, I was out in the country. I was out in fucking country. I was way in the fucking deep in the country, y'all, okay? I'm walking. So, I'm in the motherfucking, I'm talking about, the road ain't even full paved. It's like, it's like that stuck together kind of gravel, but it's not full paved. It's not a gravel road. It's not a gravel dirt road. It's a gravelly, stuck together gravelly road, but it's not a full paved road. And I'm walking down this road, pouring sweat. Pouring sweat. I'm about to die. Okay. I'm not giving up though. I'm still walking. I haven't sat down at all. I'm still walking. And these cops gonna turn their blue lights on me. I'm walking. They said, "Ma'am, what are you doing out here?" And I turned around. I said, "I'm walking." They said, "Where are you going?" I said, well, I told them, I said, well, I'm going to this little town where I live now. And they said, what? Because I was a good ways away from it, right? And I said, yeah, I'm walking there. I said, these motherfuckers stole my car in Cartersville, and now I'm walking somewhere where I can stay. Like that. This motherfucker gonna say, you need to get in the car. So I said, fine. I didn't even question it. I sat down in their car. They're going to drive me to a convenience store. So I go in this convenience store, right? And these cops telling this owners that that I'm dehydrating, okay? That I'm on the brink of maybe heat stroke, okay? And I don't realize it, but it's my color of my skin that it's making them think that, which I was real flush. I mean, it was fucked up, okay? But I wasn't giving up. I was going to keep going. Anyway, so he asked, the cop paid for me a water, okay? One of them real tall, skinny waters. One of them fucking Natural Creek, whatever the fuck they are. One of them real tall ones that are like that. So he pays for me a water, right? And he goes, go over there and sit down at the ding-ding machine. And don't leave this store until you finish this water and you've, gotten hydrated. So I said, yes, ma'am. I mean, yes, sir. So I go sit down. He walks out the door. I didn't even pop the top on that water. And that fucking convenience store owner kicked me out of the store. Wouldn't let me stay in there. I was dying of heat. I was dying. Heat. I had to leave. Made me leave. I had to leave. Okay? So I walked out the store and I sat down like on the corner. I couldn't even be on the property. And this cop told me not to leave that store till I was like, got a little bit of water, But I was sitting down on the edge of the property, right on the very edge of the property. And strangely enough, this sweet old lady, she said, "Ma'am, do you need some help?" Because I was just sitting there, and I said, "Yeah." I wasn't crying or nothing, She said, "Where are you going?" And I told her exactly where I was going, to the exact place that I was going. She said, "Well, honey, I'm about, I've got to go, and it's about 15 minutes or so from where you're going to be. Where you going to?" I said, "What?" She said, "I can take you all the way to where I'm going, and then you can make your way, walk the rest. That's not going to be that far. 15 minutes in a car. It's not going to be that far." And I said, "Okay, I bet. Okay, take me." So she took me where she was going. She dropped me off at this convenience store. And I went in that convenience store and I got me a drink and that and something to eat. I walked back out the convenience store and sat down and leaned against the convenience store just to kind of rest. And I sat there about 20 minutes or so eating something, smoking a cigarette, all that, And she showed back up. She said, "I just couldn't leave you." She said, "You was just so kind and sweet. I thought you was an earth angel." She said, "I couldn't leave you." She took me all the way to the door to where I was going. That was so wonderful of her. She went way out of her fucking way to bring me all the way here. I didn't even have a penny or nothing to give her. Nothing. She was a true angel. She told me I was. She was an angel and told me that I looked like an angel and she couldn't leave me. And she turned around and come back to pick me up. That's so fun. She was really sweet, cool, really nice, really kind. Anyway, I thought I'd tell y'all that. That was funny too, because those cops was like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Walking." I mean, like, what the fuck does it look like I'm doing? I'm walking down this country ass road. That's what I was doing. The only thing that I had on me, y'all, was my driver's license. That was insane. They stole every fucking thing that I had. But I had my driver's license because the police confiscated it. For something I didn't even do. That's so fucking crazy. It was all crazy. This is still crazy. It's all still crazy. But that wasn't the end of it. Because them gang members have links down here in this little town. Like, I already knew that they had links in this little town. Clear across on the other side of Georgia. That's all stupid, really. I don't give a damn. I'm not a part of no gang. I wasn't a part of no gang up there. I don't know if they was trying to make me part of it or not, but I wasn't. I wasn't trying to be. I needed gas money and cigarettes. I wasn't trying to be a part of no fucking gang. I could care less about it. I look for weed. That's my thing. And look, they would make them so mad because I didn't drink. Okay, don't drink. And that must have been one of their things, one of their niches that they do. They get you drunk or something on fucking, and dope you up or whatever, roofie or whatever. I didn't drink. That shit drove them fucking crazy. I'm positive that on a few occasions that they gave me some kind of laced weed. But what I did, this is crazy, y'all. Spirit was always with me through it all, okay? If someone gave me some weed, like if they gave it to, like, out of goodwill or whatever, they just give me some weed. I wouldn't smoke it with nobody I would go somewhere where I could, like, where I would be for the night or what have you, okay? And I would hit it like 2 times. That's so crazy, the logic that you come up with, though. But I'd hit it like 2 times. And then I'd be like, and I'd put it out, and then I'd be like, wait like 10 minutes, and I'd be like, you know what? Fuck it. It ain't killed me yet. I'm gonna take my chance. I bless my weed, y'all. Look, if you ingest it, I don't care, y'all. I'm telling you, pray over your weed. I'm just saying, it's a natural thing. It's alive, too. Okay? So pray over it, okay? Their water. I don't know what that means. Their water hits us different. All I know is that I know for sure that God's hand has been in my life. I mean, there's no other explanation for a what? Listen to this too, y'all. So when I was homeless, walking around after they stole my car, they stole my fucking car. Okay, they stole my car. I left and come back up there to get my car, but I couldn't get it. But I was walking around the streets up there homeless. Okay, but I knew like some places that I could go sleep and stuff like that, okay? But I was walking around up there homeless. Fucking played the ding ding, won 3,000. No, I won $2,300 on the ding ding. I'm walking around homeless in that fucking town. All these gang members trying to come after me, and I got $2,500 in my pocket the whole time. That was crazy too. That was crazy too. If they only knew any of this stuff, now they do, because they got. Yep, y'all. I was walking around with $2,300 in my pocket, and none of y'all fucking knew it. None of y'all. If they'd have known, I probably would have been a dead person. You went to a rehab and everybody was high but you? That's interesting. They're high in the high on the what? On the medical pills and medical drugs? I went to a place. Anyway, we ain't gonna talk about that. not right now. I'm about to go 2, y'all. There's 5 2s up there and 8 and a 20. Man, somebody's destiny's coming together. 2 1s is making some kind of destiny. Their paths are fixing to cross. Las Vegas. I heard some crazy shit about Las Vegas. I don't know. I've never been to Vegas. I went to them fucking casinos up there in Texas. Over there in Texas. Big old huge long one. It was like 4 miles long or some had it represented every nation. Had like, there was like a place, it's all Chinese shit. You know, but they was all slot machines, so it didn't fucking matter. Okay, I sat and played fucking Wizard of Oz. Boy, I was hooked on that motherfucker. I stayed in the same one little area the whole time. I mean, I walked it the first time. That motherfucker was so long. I said, nah, I stayed in that one little area, played Wizard of Oz. Y'all, I don't know why this reading isn't over yet, but it's not for some reason. But I got to say thank you to Jesus. Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. I've never been an addict. That I've never had to go to rehab. Never had any reason to have to. Okay. I mean, I've experimented and I've done drugs in the past, but never been addicted to them. I like weed. Weed will counteract all the rest of that shit, so I don't fucking mess with it. I thank Jesus for that, because addiction runs in the bloodline, in the family. But I've never been addicted to nothing. I know that I had I'll say an issue with alcohol. I wasn't addicted to alcohol. I wasn't an alcoholic, but it was strange because it wasn't even it was strange, okay? Okay, my first thought isn't to drink. But like I told y'all, my husband was a lead singer in a band. And we would go to these places. My thought was, let's roll a blunt. You know, it's all smoke blunts, okay, all the time. Anyway, but that'd be my first thought, but not theirs. These people, they would be handing me, just wanting me to drink because I'm real funny, and I have a lot of energy. It lightens up, lifts up everybody to be in that, partying type of mood or what have you, okay? But I can do that without alcohol, okay? But at the time I didn't, I didn't realize none of this. I didn't think nothing about it, okay? But I noticed it, how they would that was like a demon or something. I don't know. Kind of always trying to get me drunk or what have you. I drink things real fast, okay? Because I have a lot of energy and that. I drink things real fast. Water, tea, anything. Beer, it don't matter. I drink it real fast. So after, it would take time for that alcohol to catch up as much as I've drunk, okay? So I knew that I couldn't there's no way that I would be able to drink 10 beers. There's no way I would be able to do that without it catching up. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Like if I drank on real fast and I didn't feel no kind of effects or anything until and it hit me. And then I wasn't fun no more. But it wasn't what you think, okay? I wouldn't be trying to be in no fights with nobody or nothing like that, okay? I wouldn't be getting all sitting there crying in my hands or nothing, okay? What would happen is spirit would come out. I might be blacked out and wide awake partying, still dancing and smoking blunts and all of it, and me not be there at all. Spirit would come out and start telling people stuff, and it would freak them out. People would get scared, freaked out, and shit. And the next day, like I'd be, sobered up the next day, and people would be like scared of me, or they wouldn't. I said something that somebody done had a message for them. Spirit fucking, that shit. And I said, no more alcohol. But then I did it again. Then I drank again because I thought, okay, I'm not with him no more. That demon's gone. And so I met this guy that we started talking and that. He drank. He was a functional alcoholic, which I don't deal with alcoholics. I just don't deal with them very well, okay? But he was a good one. I mean, I never had no problems with him being sloppy ass drunk or nothing like that. He just drank all the time. Weird, okay? It was weird, but I would drink with him. Like sometimes I would drink with him on occasion, but he knew that I smoked pot and he drank. He didn't have to worry about me stealing his beer, and I didn't have to worry about him stealing my weed, okay? It was like that. But, I mean, other than that, I'm not a drinker, and I drank wine when I was with him. I didn't drink beer. I drank wine. It's crazy. He liked to drink beer, but he liked to drink wine more, so he had wine there a lot, and I like sweet red wine, okay? I like the taste of it and everything, okay? I drink wine. But I haven't... It's crazy because I was just sitting here trying to think, I was trying to think back, well, when's the last time I had a drink? It's been that long ago that I can't even remember. Nope, nope. When I was real sick, when I was super duper super bad sick, it was 5 below 0. And I was sleeping in my Jeep. I was working at the Family Dollar. I was so sick, okay, and all of this hurt. And I go by these old wives' tales, okay. Hey, you take a shot of moonshine. If you take a shot of moonshine right before winter, it'll keep you from getting sick, because it cleans out all that bacteria and stuff and keeps you from being sick, okay? I couldn't find no moonshine. So I went to the fucking, I went to the liquor store up there and got one of them little tiny JEANBEAN with honey. That's gross as shit. Oh, that's the grossest shit I ever fucking tasted in my life, y'all. Ew. Yuck. Ugh. I don't see how people can drink shit like that on a daily. Ugh. Even thinking about it right now. That was 3 years ago. Fuck. Y'all, that's crazy. But I went to get it to make me feel better from my being sick. Boy, that shit was gross. Ugh. Because honey's good, right? Supposed to be good for you, right? Honey and JEANBEAN. Y'all, that I'm getting the feelings like how, you know, when you drink tequila and the next day you still feel drunk off tequila and everything. If you say the word tequila, you get that feeling, that kind of feeling, but you don't throw up. You just feel like that. That's what that shit fucking reminded me of. All right, we got the spirit totem pole, 2 ones. Look, 2 ones are coming together to make a bigger one, y'all. This is like the wheel. Okay. That's the world card, pretty much. The spirit totem pole. This one went to the floor. It says, that's 11, right? The spirit totem pole. This is 12. Power totem animal. Protection. These motherfuckers right here are fierce. Because if they made it to adulthood, it took a hell of a lot of fucking... They still alive, I'm telling you what. Polar bears only usually have like 1 or 2 cubs. Sometimes 3. It's very rare that any of those cubs make it to adulthood. Okay? It's rare. So if they made it to adulthood, then they a trooper, okay? I'm telling you, okay? It's saying something about some kind of protection. Look, he's standing in the midst of these. These things are ferocious. They'll kill you. I mean, it's a bear. It's a bear just because they're white. They make look cute. Big, huge, giant motherfucking things, okay? But anyway, some kind of protection. And it's talking about the animals, y'all. We got the spirit totem animal. I'm going to read them so you know. Direction. And we got power totem animal, protection. And then this one. 39. Pipe ceremony, prayer. You're protected through your prayers. It says your spirit animal and your power totem animal. Which I know what mine is. Do y'all? Do y'all know what your main spirit animals are that's undeniable, that these things have been around you all your life, that come out of nowhere? Like, huh? Like what? How come I always see this? I mean, you can have more than one spirit animal, okay? You can have more than one, okay? But there's going to be specific ones that are connected to you directly, okay? Like, all flying creatures are mine. Any creature that flies is my spirit animal, okay? Including dragons and the wolf. The wolf is my main one. And also I'm connected to the turtle. Anyway, spirit totem animal says direction. The spirit totem animal card reminds us that reflect and to reconnect to the animal spirits that are guiding us through life. Your spirit totem animal is always present and can be called upon to assist you in your journey. They ensure that we, as members of the human nation, proceed through in a spiritual manner and that we conduct ourselves positively. They're asking you to keep a positive mindset. It's on page 36, by the way. Another universal number. It says if you are unsure what your spirit totem animal is, ask spirit for assistance. You can pray to receive a sign, which may appear in the form of a dream, vision, synchronicity, event, or some other unique way that spirit world can guide you to the answers. Pray that you will be imbued with a message that lets you know the answers you seek. Be patient with the process and trust when you receive a sign. Your spirit totem animal walks with you in this life down all the different roads you take. They help you guide in the decisions we make and can assist us to find our way when we stand before crucial crossroads. Sometimes our choices lead to far-reaching consequences, and our spirit totem animal can help us make those decisions. If you have drawn this card today, it might be the perfect time to call upon your spirit totem animal. If you are unfamiliar with yours, request a sign for spirit so that your animal may be revealed and so that you may develop a relationship with them. This card might herald an opportunity that requires direction. Trust your spirit totem animal is there with you and allow their presence to guide you. Page 37. Then we go to the next page, which is the power totem animal, protection. I'm going to read the if you've drawn this card today first, okay? If you've drawn this card today, it might be a nudge from your power animal that they are attempting to create a closer connection to you. It's time to trust in the wisdom that they can impart to you and in the protection they will provide. If you are unsure what power totem animal walks with you, ask for it to be revealed to you. Call upon its spiritual medicine for circumstances you may be facing in life. Page 39, which is an 11. That's a 12. Okay, that's a 3. Some kind of collaboration. It starts on. It's a number 12, and it starts on a 38, which is a 12, right? Which that's an 11. 11 and 12. Okay. So we got 11 and 12 and 11 and 12. There's something specific about 11 and 12, okay? We got 11, 12, 12. 12, 12. Eleven, 12, 12 is out here. Why am I... Okay. Take that however that resonates with y'all, okay? So we're saying 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. 3 ones, a 2. This is some kind of connection for partnership, I'm telling you. But y'all, it's like you have your own special traits. It's going to cause the fusion of them to be one big power. Do you understand? Just trust that, okay? Trust that. If you've drawn this card today, it might be a nudge from your power animal to attempt, okay, you're being called upon to use your spirit animal's spiritual medicine for circumstances that you may be facing. Wow, that's crazy that triggered. That's a black wolf on there. A hummingbird. Unique. An eagle. Unique. Eagle's the only bird that can fly upside down. And also, they can fly above a storm. Eagles can fly above a storm. And they're the only bird that can fly upside down. Hummingbird's the only bird that can fly backwards. There's a black wolf and a turtle. The turtle carried... Look, the turtle carries all kinds of things. It's a calendar, the symbol for like the world, like there's a big turtle that carries the world on its back that floats across the universe. Okay. I don't know, y'all take it as it resonates. The power totem animal has the same attributes as the spirit totem animal, but its role is to focus primarily on energetic protection. It shelters us from injustice against the wrongdoings that we may experience and shields our energy field so that the darkness we sometimes face in life does not overwhelm us. Look, and it ends with the pipe. Submit your prayers to God. They're being answered. I swear, y'all. Look, somebody may just smoke weed. Just saying. To keep the peace. That's for the highest good. I'm telling y'all. It's for the highest good. Did I smoke weed? Alright, we're on page 96. That's something that... Okay, y'all. This could be Pisces. I don't know. There's something about water signs. There's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio in there, and a Capricorn, and a Virgo. Take it however it resonates. There's a list of Aries. I can say that involved. There's a list of Aries involved in all of this. Take it how it resonates. It says, one of the most sacred objects found within the culturally diverse indigenous nations of Turtle Island is the sacred ceremonial pipe. Its most basic form is simple bowl stem, which is used in the preparation and smoking of sacred herb. The bowl is typically made of stone and the stem is made of wood, with the purpose of communicating directly with spirits and to offer our prayers to the Creator. That's crazy because I told y'all I don't even use these incense no more. Because if you don't use them properly, you're allowing other spirits to come through the incense, the smoke, or what have you. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? If you don't know how to use sage and stuff like that, don't fucking use it. You cause yourself more problems for not knowing how to use it. So don't. Just don't. No reason to use it if you ain't got no reason to. I mean, even if you're just lighting an incense to kill out the weed smell, you better know what the fuck you're doing. You better know what you're lighting and why and what it's like, what the scent is, and so on and so forth, and blah, 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 blah. You can use intent when you light it every single time. Don't forget to use intent that you contact the Lord, Father, God, not some other being. Okay? I'm just telling ya. Okay? Warning ya. There are two types of pipes. One can be owned by anyone who wishes to use it for personal prayer or on behalf of others, and the other is solely a pipe carriers who carry the pipe on behalf of all people. So there's somebody who carries the pipe on behalf of all people. A pipe carrier is born into their role, a calling that requires immense amount of responsibility and that is not to be taken lightly. Like I'm sitting here getting on y'all's asses. Don't be fucking lighting incense for no reason. Hope you hear me. This is a sacred ceremonial pipe embodies both masculine and feminine energy. The receptacle bowl represents female energy, and the stem is the representation of the male entering the female and seeding life. It is through this union. You know, you can see all of that. You can see all of that what it just said, but to just look at this thing, that ain't the first thing that you would think of, is it? This is the union. This is the consummation of a male and a female having sex and seeding life. It's all symbolism. It's all everything. Every single thing is. It's not what it looks like. It's not what it seems like. It's not what you would think it was. but this represents the seeding of life between a male and a female counterpart. That's what it represents. The whole making of that pipe. They used the stone. They used the wood. You understand? To represent each thing. Okay. Okay. I hope you get what I said. It says, it is through this union that the connection of the divine energy as the Great Spirit is made. It says, if you have drawn the peace pipe, the pipe ceremony card today, you may be called upon to be in the instrument of someone else's prayer. You're the instrument of somebody else's prayer, collective. It says, now is the time of reconnections to what is important in life and to recognize the value in living peaceful existences. If you pray in a good and honest way for enlightenment, you will find serenity among the chaos. The pipe ceremony card is a sign that nothing can be achieved without the assistance of the Great Spirit. Be humble enough to pray and ask for help, and be grateful for the assistance that is received. And trust it. It's your decision. Okay? Take that as it resonates. That was a fabulous way to end this reading. I know I've already read the other one, but I'm just saying, that was a fabulous way. I love that. And them being so closely related to each one of them, that was weird, okay? Because we had 11 and 12 come out in that order, 11 and 12. Spiritual totem animal and your personal totem animal, okay? And then we had the peace pipe that spoke of the turtle on the spirit totem animal. That's crazy. I was just so connected right there. Submit your prayer and trust that God hears you. Okay? You're being guided. You're divinely guided by your spirit animals. You understand? When you see something that reoccurs, that's something that's your personal one. Okay, but like say I walk out. Okay, say yesterday out of nowhere for no reason, this fucking blue jay flew. It flew on this really odd, weird place. I was outside with baby, and this blue jay flew up. Okay, go look up what the meaning of blue jay is, and it'll give you like some kind of insight on what Spirit's trying to tell you. Okay, so that way you know how to do it, okay? And it's usually on stuff that you just happen to notice, like really notice. Like you can go like down by the river or whatever, see squirrels and shit like that, but then one day you go down there and you just like really notice these fucking squirrels. Like you've seen them 1,000 times, but you just noticing them so fucking... And so go look up what squirrel means. That means to, like, it's time to put back something for like savings and that. So squirrels are very social animals. A squirrel, if a squirrel, say a baby squirrel falls out of the nest or falls out of the tree, and another squirrel comes along, they'll pick that squirrel up and take it home and raise it, like, because they're all raising all the squirrels anyway. It's crazy. They're very social. Like, all the squirrels raise each other. You understand me? They're very, very social. And they stock up. They stock up. They put shit they're gonna need for hard times. They put it away. Listen, squirrels are funny as hell, man. I don't know if you've ever sat and watched squirrels, but they're funny. They'll get like acorns or whatever, or get nuts or whatever, because I used to throw them nuts and stuff. I give them macadamia nuts all the time. But they'll pick them fucking things up and they'll run. There'll be like 4 or 5 other squirrels around, and these squirrels will be looking and looking and looking like these other squirrels can't see them doing this, okay? And they'll dig this like the thinnest fucking little hole and put that fucking... Y'all, this is the funniest thing you ever seen if you ever watched it, okay? They'll run wild. pick up, they might have 3 nuts in their mouth or something, okay? And they'll dig this hole that's about that fucking deep. Bury that fucking nut, cover it up, run maybe 4 paces, dig another little hole, put another one, put another one nuts in there, and run over here and put another one, right? Look around, look around, look around, look around, look around, right? Meanwhile, one of the other squirrels has already run over there and dug up that hole and got that nut out of there, okay? But then they forget where they buried all these nuts. They can't remember where they buried all these nuts. It's funny as hell, boy. It's funny. I mean, that's the funniest thing to sit and watch a whole group of squirrels. You know, like where the tree... You know that they're out there living or whatever, okay? Because I'm very familiar with the squirrels down here by the river, and it's so funny to just sit and watch them be squirrels. I call them all Jake. Like I've always called them Jake, and it's crazy that Jake was on that insurance commercial, but I've always called all squirrels Jake, even before that insurance commercial. I called them Jake. That's what I call them all. That's weird. Anyway, I don't know. I'm just telling y'all some little information. So say you see a hawk, okay? Seeing a hawk is different than seeing an eagle, okay? Because seeing a hawk, it could mean that someone is watching you, okay? But seeing you from a higher perspective, okay? But if you see an eagle, they're asking you to free yourself and see from a higher perspective. Okay? So they all have their own little... The spirit animal is very interesting, and they all have their own little... you know what? In fact, I'm going to get a spirit animal to close out completely, because I feel like that is going to conclude this reading perfectly. What did I do with them? I just had them right here 2 days ago. I want the ones in that metal box. The metal box one. Wow, I just found a deck that I haven't seen in a while. It's a good deck too. I haven't seen that deck in a long time. Where are you, spirit animals? I ain't seen that deck in a while neither, y'all. Where are the spirit animals? They're in a metal. Because y'all remember the other day I had to clean all these out of and put them all back in. I probably put the ones that was on the top, I probably put them on the bottom and put the ones that was on the bottom on the top. Here we go. Here's the message from a spirit animal. That shit says rainbow. Show does look like somebody's show coming into balance with their chakras and their and all of it, don't it? Getting them spiritual messages, they flying in. What? So I pulled all the cards out. There was one card in the deck. So I pulled it out. That's what it said. That's the most powerful. That's the most powerful. I ain't seen no motherfucking swans, but crazily enough, this is so crazy. I definitely seen one of these today. It was brought to my attention even, because it's missing an ear. So I guess these two are the ones I'm reading and then I'm going. It says, you have found your soulmate, or they are just around the corner. Remember that when two souls are destined to be together, they'll always find their way back to each other. All those things you've had to go through were worth it. Wowzers, wowzers, y'all. All those things that you had to go through were worth it. Okay, and then it says reflection. I'm going to show you why I seen this today. Matter of fact, we were talking about it because she was giving it a bath. This is so crazy. She was giving it a bath. And she said, Gaga, she said, he's hurt. She was telling me that this giraffe was hurt. And I said, what are you talking about? It's plastic. I said, a plastic giraffe. Because I didn't notice what she was talking about. She was showing it to me like this. She's showing it to me like this. And I didn't notice what she was talking about, that this giraffe was hurt. Can y'all just see where he's hurt? I thought I was going to die laughing, though. He don't got an ear. His ear is missing. He's hurt. And I was like, yeah. I said, you got your one-ear giraffe there, don't you? And she said, uh-huh. I said, she's bathing it. She's bathing it in a fish bowl. I was laughing like hell at that shit. I was saying, so you bathing your your one-ear giraffe in a fish bowl. And she was like, back and forth. I said it was funny. But I did see a giraffe today. So did y'all. So pay up. Listen. Pay attention, because I'm showing y'all the fucking spirit animal, so y'all can't say that y'all didn't see a giraffe today. And then I asked her, I asked Rihanna, I said, what does the giraffe say? She was looking at me like, I said, I don't know either. Do y'all know what a giraffe says? I don't have a clue what a giraffe says. Because I wouldn't think that they would neigh like do they neigh like a horse? I don't know. What does a giraffe say, y'all? That's a good question. Okay, if you are facing a difficult situation, do not rush into making a decision. Listen clearly. I showed y'all the giraffe. So you've definitely seen it today. It says, if you're facing a difficult decision, do not rush into making a decision. You're advised to turn the problem around in all possible manners. Before deciding on I'm having spiritual burps like crazy. Before deciding on a solution, your circumstances need to be examined carefully. Y'all are not going to believe. This is the next card that was laying in the deck. I'm telling you, you're going to accept this, something that somebody's bringing to you, and then you're going to weigh the options, and you're going to tell that motherfucker, get lost, and you're going to go walk right into the arms of your new love. Like right straight into the arms of your new love. Telling you. But, that might not be for everybody. I mean, you might got your own thing going on. I don't know why you in here, because I'm trying to tell you what's happening. If you got your own thing going on, then you got your own thing going on. I'm just saying. There ain't no coincidence that you're sitting in this room right now hearing this message. That's... I'm just saying. And if you heard this message and it resonates with you, hit that like button and subscribe. Stay golden. Oh, shit. 4 cars just went to the floor. They coming to your door. It says weave. That's make a plan. It says light. So you're a light weaver. Ooh, light weaver. It says revere. You're about to get some kind of reverence. You're going to get adoration collected for the star. For these leaps and bounds that you take. I'm telling you. And it says decay. This is a new beginning. Something good is coming from the old. Do you understand? This decayed thing is life for other things. Do you understand? It's life for other things. And it says bloom. That's death card, in other words. That's meaning not so much death, but you're going to experience a whole different life. Okay? A whole different life. Like, if you can get out of your fucking head. Jeez. If you want to keep... If you want to keep walking around thinking everybody's going... Okay. I don't even know how to say that being tactfully. You can walk around, keep on thinking everybody's attacking you and everybody's, they have. Okay? They did and they have. Okay? At some point or another, you've got to let it go. Because they haven't succeeded. You're still alive. There's got to be some point or another you got to let it go. You can't go out living your life like that. Like that every single person, which is crazy because it does feel like that every single person you come in contact with thus far turned out to be easily persuaded by money to hurt you. But you got to let go of that shit and just think that this next one ain't. But one of them two options, one of them is trying to. Just let me tell you this, okay? Just try to have all hope that God is going to show you who you can trust. Okay? God is going to show you who you can trust. You just got to trust Him to show you, okay? Because those past relationships that didn't work out, those past ones that didn't work out, there's no reason to go back to them. Just hint, 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 saying, hint, hint. They didn't work. Just getting back in one is not going to make it work. Okay? I'm just trying to tell you. Y'all take your own discernment. Do what y'all want to do. You're going to anyway. Just know that Spirit told you the answer, and if you go against it, y'all know the consequences for that. That's all I say. I'm getting down like, that's good. It's right there. Crazy. Last night I was walking. Look, I take baby outside at nighttime and stuff because it's better because it gets hot in the day and that. But I take her in the daytime too. But I take her out there, run around in the nighttime in the parking lot, and I look at the stars, and we look at the stars. Last night, I swear on everything, I saw a perfect triangle in the sky last night. It was perfect. Dot, dot, dot. It was a perfect synchronized fucking triangle. That wasn't common stars because I go out there all the time. And I look up in the same spot, in the same place, around the same times at nighttime. And those three dots, I've never seen them before, ever. And there was 3 perfect dots in the fucking sky, bright as hell last night. It was huge. It was a huge triangle. They was pretty spread. You could see it. I mean, you could see that was 3 specific symmetrical fucking dots. They weren't off by nothing. They was perfect triangle. It was perfect. Perfect triangle last night. Something is happening with the... Listen. I know you hear all of that stuff about the aliens and that, okay? I know you hear all that stuff. The reason you hear all that stuff, the Bible says that every knee will bow, okay? So this is God's way of having us all looking up. We're all looking up to the sky. All of us, everybody in the whole fucking world is looking up for something to come, which he says something is coming. It's Jesus Christ and his army, baby. It's not no fucking alien. I'm telling you. telling you. All this other shit they're talking about is illusion. Because the fallen angels aren't going to come from the sky. The fallen angels are going to come from underneath us. From out of the earth. Where they went and hid from the resets. You understand? The only thing coming out of that sky through that firmament is Jesus Christ. That's the only thing that's going to come out of that sky. So we're all looking up to see it. We're all going to see it. See how God works. So beautiful. It's poetry. All right, y'all. He uses the devil he uses his schemes for the highest good. God switches it around and uses the devil's scheme for the highest good. Because the devil's scheming to make us think. And I'm telling y'all, and everybody's going to be looking up and see Jesus. When them skies open up, they're going to rip open. The sky's going to rip open. It's going to have a loud roar, loud trumpet. And you're going to hear this fire, this chariot, like it's loud. It's all going to be real loud, y'all. The sky's going to rip open. This ain't going to be no little movie, like the beginning of a movie, y'all. I'm telling you, this shit, the sky's going to fucking rip open just like that tapestry that ripped down the center and when they crucified Jesus. The sky's going to rip open just like that. Miraculous, like a miracle. Y'all ready? I am. All right, y'all. Take it what resonates. If it resonates with you, hit that like button, subscribe. If you want to donate, Cash App, $ ANGELMOON6237. Thank y'all so much for your support and everything, y'all. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate that we're able to sit here and share this. Okay? This is it, y'all. If you haven't found Jesus, find him today. Call out his name and he will come. Okay? If you don't know him, start knowing him today. Okay? Because it's not but a short time that we have left. Okay? I'll just tell you. All right, y'all. Light and love. I'll see you on the flip side. Sleep well.